Hello, hi everyone. How are you? This is Manikantan Pandir Selvam from SuperIndex DB. Already, I have published many videos regarding SuperIndex database as well as few other topics. Like even yesterday, we have discussed about cross-platform mobile application development, right? Many people they have commented and they sent personal emails regarding that video, and they mentioned that that video is more useful. Thanks for that. Thanks for comments, and as well as I'm getting a few different the feedback also. I appreciate that. As well as today, what we are going to talk about is artificial intelligence. It's a very interesting topic, right? See, I have finished my engineering nearly 20 years back. So that time, I mean, I have finished my engineering from Bangalore University. So I still remember that the highest score, right? I got it from this subject only. The most interesting subject. I mean, the artificial intelligence was there 20 years, 30 years back itself, and the topics, the theoretical topics. But nowadays, there are a lot of implementation, and people are using artificial intelligence more. And next world is going to be artificial intelligence, right? So, what we are going to talk in this video is artificial intelligence, few existing patterns, right? Whatever the patterns is available in the world, few existing projects, whatever it's available in the, I mean, whatever is currently going on in the world. And as well as we are going to talk about super index pattern ideas that is from our company, like what ideas we are going to propose. So those things we are going to see in this video, right? Okay. Um, See, before I start all the topics, right? I want to specify what are all the topics I'm going to cover in this video. Um, Before I specify all the topics, I want to highlight one important point. Our super index videos, the YouTube videos, it is purely targeting to layman's perspective because we want even a layman, like the person who doesn't know anything about artificial intelligence, and you should understand about little bit about this artificial intelligence. Whatever this session, right? So when he ends this session or he or she ends this session, they should learn something about artificial intelligence. That is a major objective for this session, right? Not only this session, whatever the sessions we are posting from SuperIndex DB, our aim is that even the layman, the person who doesn't know about the topic, he should also understand little bit about the topic. Okay. So that's why we provide examples for all the keywords, all the key points. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the topics covered. What are all the topics we are going to cover in this session? Is key topics of artificial intelligence. I'm going to talk about key important topics. What is there in artificial intelligence practically, right? Then we go to the types of machine learning. I mean, the machine learning is very important. So, what are all the types of machine learnings are there? I mean, maybe most of the people in this, I mean, our audience, right? Most of the audience might know about it, but we'll recall that. Okay, recall one more time. Then the next one is few current projects around us. See, there are a lot of projects are going on in artificial intelligence world. So I'm going to cover few current projects, very key projects around us. What is currently under development. Then I'm going to talk about sector-wise existing machine learning projects. Already the machine learning projects are successful and it is getting used by many sectors. So that we are going to see like what are all the sectors are using machine learning techniques and the appliances, right? Then I'm coming to SuperIndex artificial intelligence. That is SuperIndex database company. Like SuperIndex artificial intelligence have a different set of design techniques. I'm going to explain that. And after explaining the design techniques, like what SuperIndex is going to have, I'm going to talk about SuperIndex plans and proposals sector wise. Sector wise, we have some plans, we have some proposals that I'm going to cover, right? Okay, let's. If you're ready, then we can go to the first topic. Okay. Now we'll go to the key topics of artificial intelligence. See here, I mean, these are key topics. I mean, there are many topics are going around. So here the neural networks is not there, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to cover neural networks in the later pages. But now we'll see some keywords. Like this is the major keywords. So you could have seen that these words in your life, right? Machine learning. What is machine learning? See, the artificial intelligence main idea is we need to make the machine, with the learning capability. I mean, capabilities. Machine should learn itself without the help of human being. See, if there is a machine, right? So here, machine means don't imagine only robotics. I'm talking about non-robotics machine. It's a computer. It's a plain computer. Computer should learn some new items without asking me what is that item. Say for example, I'm bringing one dog to the home, right? My laptop, right? My machine should identify the pattern of the dog, and it should identify and it should learn that there is one object is uh, there in the world. That object, maybe initially it will say that that object name is 1 2 3 4 5 6, some numbers it will give for the object, but that learning methodology, the learning ability, that should be very important, right? For any artificial intelligence. So, see, whatever the intelligence we have, see, our parents also or our teachers also, they taught us how to learn, right? So that learning capabilities we need to give it to machine. So that is called machine learning. So taught. We'll talk more about that because machine learning is a main word everywhere we use it. Okay. Okay, coming to the perception. Perception is a very interesting word in artificial intelligence world. See, every thumb of human being, that has some different pattern, right? So this pattern is getting used in the last 200, 300 years for papers or signature and everything. So perception is thumb recognition or face. Face is completely unique for all the human beings. So face recognition or voice recognition. So all these recognition, machine should have that capability. The perception should be having. See, while when I talk, right, that's Sri from our mobiles, right? iPhone, it's identifying, right? So something like that. So it should identify the voice of the person, and it should map to the person's name, right? This person is this guy. So when we enter to the office, right? If we have a face recognition ID, then we don't need a physical ID, to carry into the office. So I can go and show my face, and so that the machine will recognize me, and it will allow me it will allow me to enter into the office. So that is called the face recognition. The same thing for thumb recognition, or so many pattern recognitions are there. So all these recognition and patterning and all these things comes into the perception topic. And there is one more important topic, that is, I mean, both are related: data analytics and data mining. What is that? See, everywhere you can understand data engineer. There are many data engineers nowadays. What they are doing, like, what is the data mining and data analytics? The mining itself, the word itself, is shows that I have a data. See, I have a other database in India. I want to mine, like, I want to go to the, I mean, do the multiple query, and I need to go deeper, and I need to understand that in this particular language, and how many people are there between age of 32 to 34, and under that how many are below this poverty. So more analysis and extractions are required. So that's why the data analytics, I mean, the difference between data analytics and data mining is the sub part of the data analytics actually. Data analytics is it's mean for mining and collecting the data and doing some actions, whatever the outcome we got it, and performance and everything, it comes to the data analytics. When we say data mining, it's only mining the data, and that too under the big data. So that's why I have a different topic. You can also see there. There is a big data. So this data mining and data analytics and big data are related to that. Big data means it may be a structured data or non-structured data. Big data means big database. See, in world we have a huge people, right? Say for example, Aadhaar system in India or SSN system in United States, right? So it's a big data. So the data, which is very big, right? And the structured and unstructured way of analyzing the data from there. The Hadoop and so many techniques are there. So we can talk about that in the separate videos, but we can understand. So how these big data, data mining, data analytics are related to artificial intelligence? Yes, artificial intelligence, from where the intelligence comes actually. So that one identifying the pattern, as I said in the perception, and analyzing the data, whatever the data we have, and predicting the data and root causing into the data, and getting the big data into the neural networks, that is the brain, and on all those things, it's all connected. So that's why we say all these things are related to artificial intelligence. So when see machine learning, when we come to the machine learning, we have four types of learning patterns nowadays. I mean, there is not four actually; there are five. There is one deep learning. Actually the deep learning is not coming into the machine learning. We'll talk about deep learning also. So here, these four topics, right? Supervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. All these four learning stuff, right? I'm going to talk in the next slide. So just understand that we have four types of learning. Machine learning, right? How do we teach machine to learn, right? So that concept. Okay. So in this page, I want to talk about one more thing, that is natural language processing. That's very important. What is natural language processing? Like it's when the child started growing, right? It goes to school and try to understand the syntax of any language, natural language. So English, there is a syntax, subject, verb, object. And when you go to any linguistic languages or any language in the world, right, it has some syntax. So, machine also should know the syntax of the language. Then it goes to the semantic analysis. Semantic means once the syntax, see, we know grammatically somebody speaks English, right? So, my mind, what it will do means first it will understand the syntax. Yes, the syntax is good, and already I know syntax pattern in my mind, so I know English. Then only I can map the syntax. If I don't know Bhojpuri, right, so I cannot map the syntax itself. So syntax itself, there is a syntax issue. So once a syntax, right, once a grammar, if I perceive, right, so what is my brain is doing is it's translating into semantics, the meaning of the words, whatever they are talking. Say for example, somebody is talking that, please open the door. So syntax, please open the door. Okay, syntax is correct, subject, verb, and all these things. Semantic, what he's saying, is asking me to open the door. That semantics is a matter. So even if you see the entire existing computer industry, the computers are very good in syntax, right? It knows syntax. Java. See, we are writing a language, right? So Java, .NET. I write some program, so machine understands that, and that will be compiled to the machine language program that is in the zeros and ones. So machine will understand 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 like that. But when it comes to natural language processing, there are many extra steps needs to be done. So this is also very important in the artificial intelligence industry. Like machine should know how it is processing the natural languages. Okay, so these are all the key topics what we have seen. Now moving to specifically about machine learning. Because why I am going to machine learning means because machine learning is a very important thing, and maybe current decade, right? Current decade is a machine learning decade. So because people are doing more research and patterns and everything in machine learning stuff, maybe next decade or after 10 years, 20 years, right? The people may go into the advanced level of artificial intelligence, like robotics and robotics analysis. So many things will come in the future. But now this machine learning is very important. So as I mentioned, there is the main thing here is the supervised learning and unsupervised learning. There two patterns are there. I'll talk about the other two later. Okay, what is the difference between supervised learning and unsupervised learning? Means it's a label. So we call it a label. If if I say there is a label for the particular object to the machine, and I ask the machine to follow the same rules, same label, and go identify, get the unlabeled item, and if it is already matching with your label content, then verify and let me know whether the output is good or not. That's it. So that is what the supervised learning. Say for example, you say, see, I explain what is okay. Before going to the examples of supervised learning, okay, you imagine like this. I teach to the computer saying that face means the person will have two ears and two eyes and two nose, right? Like that. So, for example. if I teach that label clearly, suddenly one person is coming and I'm asking the computer, please learn that guy, learn that object. What is that object? It just verifies and say that yeah, because already the label is only face in the computer, right? So automatically it will say face. That's it. Because supervised learning, it will not say that it will not say that this animal or some other objects now, because supervised learning, right? So only we given only one pattern, so that's it. It will say face. Okay. Then I will ask computer to verify whether it has everything in the face related items. Okay, it will do the checkbox. It will take, okay, two eyes, yes, it is there. Two nose, yeah, it is there. 2 years, yes, it is there. Then it will say that yes, the pattern matched. That's it. That's it. Supervised learning. No more than this. Okay, how practically this is getting applied, right? The appliances, right? So we can say FICO in USA and CIBIL in India. So what the people are doing, I'm applying for a loan in India, right? What is the first thing is CIBIL is the credit report, and in US it's a FICO, right? So it's a report, right? So what they will do is, so for example, I'm giving to artificial intelligence machine, right? Machine learns it. Okay, this person, I don't know what is this person is. Okay, is this one is matched, this one is matched, this one is matched. Okay, his credit report is good, his credit report is not good. Like that, it will divide it. Even if you give 100,000 records, right? If you already given the the labeled record, right? That will artificial intelligence, by using a supervised learning, it will learn and it will provide the output by using the labels. That is called supervised learning. Coming to unsupervised learning, what is that unsupervised learning means? No labels. I will not give label. You yourself go and learn the label or item or object. That's what we are saying. How that will happen? Say for example, the machine. Suddenly machine is seeing a new object. Okay, it's seeing an animal or one insect. So it will try to understand, hey, what is this? So it will give a name for that. Initially, when computer means, it will not give name, it will give a number, right? It will say X, Y, Z, Y, Z, 1000. For our example, ant, right? I'm just giving ant to the machine. Right? And machine will learn that, okay, but it will say that there is no label like for this kind of object. So I am giving a new name, like that computer itself will learn. Then it will say that these objects will move like this. These objects will move in a sequential order. These objects will be there in the home. Like that, it will learn. Computer itself, right? That machine itself. After learning, it will record everything. So in the future, whenever it sees ant, so for example, if you see, if the machine is seeing the ant in the tree, right? What it will say? Oh my goodness, this object I know. I have seen 6 months back. That object name is 10001, whatever the number. But the functions wise, I understand that this object will be there in the home. But now I'm seeing that this object is moving in the tree. So it will learn that. It will learn the new feature for the particular object. Then it will go. So this pattern is called the unsupervised learning. This methodology is called the unsupervised learning. So currently, if you see the example, if you want to know example like what is the best example, or whatever the example I've given, that is also is good. But now, the real-time appliances, right? When you see, it's a self-organizing maps or the nearest neighbor mapping. So nearest neighbor mapping means, so I'm just driving a car and suddenly I want to know who are all there near to this location, or somebody is talking with me. Who is that nearest person? So that mapping. So somebody is talking to my owner, right? If the machine thinks that, see, somebody is talking to my owner, I want to know what is that object and how the unsupervised learning is happening. So that is called the unsupervised learning actually. But this is not immersed field. But I'm saying that this is one type of machine learning. Okay, now coming to semi-supervised learning. That is the usual pattern. Many people in the industry, they are using semi-supervised learning. What is semi-supervised learning means? In between supervised and unsupervised. It means that initially we give a label for any items, but without labels also, computer will have a capability, machine will have a capability to learn the items. Say for example, with labels and without labels. Say for example, I'll give you one example for that. I give a label for human face. I say that two eyes, two ears, and two nose, and something like that. I say that this is called the label, the face. That's it. But computer, when you see every person, right, it will identify. Okay, because I have some label face. Okay, from the label face, yeah, I can match. Okay, one person is coming near to me. It will identify that this is the human face. But that person has a black mole right here. If the person has a black mole, it will get confused. So this is the extra feature. Okay, I will learn that human face category, there is one item will be there, round black color circle. It will note like that. And next time when it sees the new person, when that person doesn't have that, right, it will say that, oh, few people will have mole, few people will not have mole. So it will have the ability to learn the new items of the face, that is the label face, but at the same time, that also matches with label and without label. That's it. Very simple. It's very interesting. But in the real time appliances in the industry, everybody is using semi-supervised learning, and semi-supervised learning is very good. Okay. Coming to the fourth one, reinforcement learning. That is in the trials now. Actually, see, if you see after 20 years, 30 years, reinforcement learning is going to rock this world. What does that means? I give an agent, I give an environment, I give some certain action. It should find which action is best. So, for example, I put obstacles. I do that. I ask my machine to do some, perform some action, saying that I want to find the best route, the shortest route from one location to another location within the room, right? If I ask my machine to find it, right, how it will find means the environment is given, I have action I have given, you need to find out. Then it will take all the patterns like which, okay, if I go left side and right side, if I go right side and left side, it will take all the patterns and it will say which one is the best route, right? If the obstacle is there, okay, this is not. See, you can take example of real life intelligence. See, from one place to another place. See, for example, in India, from Chennai to Bangalore, right? What is the best route? Suppose if there is a big accident in between the main road of Chennai and Bangalore, I need to get an information. Then my mind will say that that is not a best route. I need to change the route, and I need to find the best route, and I need to follow that while driving a car. So that is called the reinforcement learning. So the machine should have the intelligence to learn everything, right? So that example is robotics and trial and error algorithms. Many people are trying, and they have a lot of algorithms. So we are going to talk in this video also, like what all the projects are running in the industry around us, right? Okay. So this is what machine learning is. Now I'm moving to the next slide. The next slide is, yeah, it has come. Few current projects around us. So here the few current projects around us means I'm not talking about the projects which are existing. The projects are going to come yet to be, because it's under development. So these are the key projects. I'll go one by one. Like opinion mining. That is one project is currently running on. Opinion mining means people put a lot of opinions, right? See, for this video also somebody will put an opinion, and everywhere the opinions will be there. All these opinions will come under big data, and and the financial institutes and everybody, they will analyze opinion mining. Okay, what is the people's opinion? 20% of the people are statistical, right? 20% of the people are saying this, and 30% of the people are saying this. That opinion data mining is a currently running project. And the next one is called price negotiator e-commerce chatbot system. So it means that, see, who negotiates the price for a product? Usually human being in the older, in the ancient days. But nowadays, even the automatic system also talks. But that is with the help of human being. Human will say, okay, 5,000 rupees, no, 5,000, no. Then he will say 3,000, no. There will be a negotiation, right? So the price negotiator e-commerce chatbot system means chatbot itself will negotiate, right? By using the prediction analysis and everything. That is what the project. That's a very interesting project. The next one is called P.A.N, freeware text analyzer. See, I give a book, all right? So machine will analyze the complete text. And if I ask that this software, after this software is being deployed in the industry, if I ask that software, see, one character was there in the novel, right? Explain about that character, no? Then it P.A.N will say that in the page number 475, that person is coming into this novel, and 785th page, that person is dying. So all these information that P.A.N will analyze. That is what the pre-were text analyze. This is not, this is an example. Text analyzer will do a lot of text analysis. You can also search on it, and there are the projects are currently running. So very important project. I love that one is Wolfram Alpha. So what is that means? Artificial intelligence search engine. So see Google. You take example of Google. What Google is doing? If you search something, it is bringing the tons of garbage and it's throwing you, right? It doesn't semantic. It doesn't know what is that. It will say that okay, if I search performance or if I search artificial intelligence, it will say okay, this page is talking about artificial intelligence, the Wikipedia is talking about that, this is talking about that will give, but it is not in the good way the people can perceive, right? So Wolfram Alpha, what they are doing is the project, whatever the project currently running is, they have hundreds of machines they will keep, and that the online intelligence search engine will analyze very deeply like Google, but it will not give you the complete garbage information. It will give you in a meaningful way. Say what you are expecting. Say I am reading for artificial intelligence. Okay, these are all the documents we have. These are all the people's given a white paper, and this is what so meaningful semantic analysis it will going to. I mean that is going to give. Yeah, that is what the proposals Wolfram Alpha. I mean, anything. See, I'm searching for one cave. I want to go for a coffee, right? In a particular city, say Bangalore. I want to go for a coffee, right? It will say, okay, this many coffee shops are there, and this many people they liked it, and this coffee shop is not good, and this coffee shop is currently it's not available, and this one has more percentage of security. So something like that. It is going to give you a very detailed output, right? So the next one is called Apache Open NLP. And I said right, natural language processing, right? This is going to be Apache is developing on natural language text. So if I do some natural language text, right, it will analyze and it will do a lot of operations over there. And there is one more project called Open Source Knowledge Navigator and Intelligent Personal Assistant. Intelligent Personal Assistant means, see, I need a personal assistant, and that personal assistant will have more innovated and semantic machine learning, and some intelligent engine will be there. So AlphaGo, it is a Chinese board game. So they have some intelligent board game. So that will be directed. That will be so machine will learn from the board games, and that will apply the patterns and all those things. That's a project that is currently running. Right? This is a Viv project. This is the developers of Siri. Siri, everybody knows, right? So, hey Siri, how are you? And that particular bot engine, right? So the same developers they are developing this Viv also. What is that one means? Intelligent personal assistant. So again, it is going to be the intelligent personal assistant. Say for example, daily I woke up at 6 a.m. Suddenly I woke up at 7 a.m. means it will say that no, you are this is not and this is not in, I mean, without asking, right? It will say that no, you are not in the regular pattern now. So maybe you will have this much of issue and I mean, health issues and all those things. So all these things it will do personal like personal assistant, right? There is one more project called Blue Brain Project. Blue Brain Project means it's a digital reconstruction and simulation of the brain. Our brain, they want to simulate it. They are trying actually. Neural networks, I'll talk about the neural networks a little later. But this one, Blue Brain is different. Right? The Blue Brain is completely in the brain's way. If I want to simulate it to the machine, like how that is going to work. That's what they are trying in the Blue Brain project. Okay, the next one is called robotic pets for home. So they are preparing pets like dog and all those things. So that dog or that particular pet, right? It should adapt like machine learning and everything, the owner prediction and the pattern recognition and everything, and it should work on that. That is what the robotics, right? The next one is called the Google Brain. Google Brain is Google's, obviously, right? Deep learning research. They are doing a deep learning. Whatever the systems they have, the Siri and Google Bot and all those things, they are taking into the connected way, and they want to do. Maybe I guess this is more into the semantic analysis also. They will be definitely because they are the very good intelligence system they have. Because Google's design itself, if you see, it's very interesting. That bot engine, right? It has two segments. One is that index servers, and another one is that bot crawling, right? The crawling. So that's another topic. So we'll talk in one more day. The crawling is a very interesting topic. Crawling engine and robots.txt in the web pages. There are a lot of things are there in the Google Drive. So we'll talk about that in one more video. Okay, now coming. Okay, these are all the projects currently the people are getting developed, right? So now coming to machine learning. Sorry, So I want to give you practical appliances. So practically in places where machine learning alone it's getting used. Self-driving Google car, it's a one project. I mean, without a driver, the car will run. So that will learn daily basis like objects and the object movement of the cars, and if one object is coming, how we need to predict and all those things. But this one everybody might have known, right? So you can search and see like what type of effort is going on with self-driving Google car. The learning patterns and learning methodologies and everything will be there. And online recommendation offers. Online recommendation offers means in the in the say for example, if I buy, okay, suddenly I'll get one information, right? Saying that, oh no, you need to buy a sugar. See, because sugar is a very good content, and this sugar is really good. But that analytics, if you see the behind the scene, right? I would have bought more sugar. Maybe I am a sugar lover. So all those things, the analysis and everything, it will be taking it, and the bargaining methodology. In what time I will spend more money. That on everything it will say every month 29th this person will buy more. So he will spend more money with this. So like that, the analytics and everything will be there. So knowing what customers are saying about you on Twitter. So this is for not for us. This is for celebrities or the big people. Like see the see in a world, see 100,000 people are talking about one person, but he don't know. See, he can see just somewhere. Okay, okay, they are talking about that. They are. So if you want to know in a collaborative way in a political system or these things, right? So there is a project, right? The customer it will identify. Okay, this many people are talking like this. This many people are. So that's an automatic engine people are preparing. So that automatic engine will be useful to everybody in a political or in the movie stunt and everywhere, right? The fraud detection. Fraud detection is very important, right? So say if somebody is applying a loan, how do I know that that application is genuine, right? If somebody applies for anything, right? Say government stuff, or somebody is applying for visa, and everything is coming into the fraud detection. So fraud detection, artificial intelligence, the what is it called? The participation is very big, very important actually. People are already using that technologies in their fraud detection algorithms and everywhere. So that is very important. Okay, now coming to the next one, what is required to create a good machine learning systems? Which are all the important factors to create a good machine learning systems? See, obviously, data preparation capabilities. See, when you see the object, right, machine should first capture all the data, but that flat itself is very important. So if I say that if it sees one object through the vision, right, the machine's vision, so it should know what and all the data it should capture, and the preparation capability and the stuff is very important. And when it comes to algorithms, yes, what type of algorithms we are writing? Is it a basic algorithm for prediction or the advanced algorithms for the prediction? That particular the quality is very important for a machine learning programs. Okay, coming to automation and iterative processes. See, everything it should be automatic. It should not be machine man used. I mean, the maintenance, right? Daily basis, I need to maintain the machine. Oh, this machine is doing something wrong. Okay, this analysis is something wrong. So we need to put a more testing. So this time should not be there. It's automation, and it should go into the iterative way. So that quality is very important when you develop a machine learning systems. And scalability. Scalability is very important. See, daily basis, if it learns and again it asks me the question, if it learns again asks me the question, it's not good. It should go into the exponential way. So today I learned the animal system, and tomorrow I learned the people system. Tomorrow I learned the political system. So it should go into the elaborated way. The scalability is very important for machine learning system. Otherwise, the machine learning system will be the normal system, right? So these are all the four qualities very important, right? Okay, coming to the next one. Okay, sector wise existing machine learning projects. This is existing projects. Sector wise, how it is useful. Say financial services, banks and insurance and all those sectors, right? That sector, fraud analysis and detection is very important. If somebody is analyzing a loan and the pattern and how the things are happening and all those things, this is already there in the system. Investments, stock investment. So and people are using, but practically I didn't see anywhere. But I heard that it's a stock investment. Say for example, if you want to put which stock is good for this week or this day trader or every week trader and all, right. So artificial intelligence provides the detailed study, and it provides the learning, and it provides a suggestion. So this one will be good based on the 100 years data, all those things, right? That is called the investments analysis. And data mining, yes, finance means it's a data mining. See, there are 800,000 people are there in one particular bank. I want to know what percentage it is getting elapsed, and what is the credit card percentage we need to put. So so much of data mining is required for financial services. Then they are already using artificial intelligence. Actually, this is all already using. Now coming to government also is using artificial intelligence and machine learning. That is for public safety. They want to know the SSN number and SSN number prediction, and from where to where the SSN number is moving, and all those analysis, and minimizing the identity threat, right? So the people are saying that after we introduce machine learning for the face recognition and all, the number of the fraud items, right, it is got reduced. That is a useful way. Coming to healthcare hospitals, right, patients health, and so you might have heard that the machine itself will do the operation, and machine itself will diagnostic the issue, and it will provide the treatment pattern. So already if you see, these two things are already there in the healthcare system. That is diagnostics and treatment. So it will suggest, it will know the pattern from the existing people, and it will say that see, even COVID-19, the people are using it, like what type of medicine we need to give, and what type of treatments we need to follow, and it will learn from every patient, and it will adapt to their learning book, or all those things. That is a very important one, the healthcare. And coming to retail, and it's a buying history analysis, like how the people are buying, and as I already mentioned, right, how the buying is happening, how the retail is happening, how the selling is happening, and all those things. That artificial intelligence itself, the machine learning concept itself is already available. So like that, oil and gas also they are using for the mining, oil, gas mining, and all those things. And transportation, the people are using artificial intelligence, like the shortest route and all those things, whichever I'm talking about. Agriculture also they are using, like what soil we need to put, and what how depth we need to keep, and all those things comes into the agriculture sector. Like this, if you talk, there are many sectors are there. Many people are using artificial intelligence and machine learning already. It is all existing. Okay, now coming to the important point, that is for me, right? Okay, so whatever I've discussed so far, it is all existing projects, existing topics of artificial intelligence. SuperIndex also is providing a design techniques, like the SuperIndex company, like the SuperIndex artificial intelligence design techniques. So before I go into the design techniques, what we have, and I want to add one more topic, that is deep learning from the existing point. So deep learning is not actually in the practical appliances now, but people are trying. Deep learning means very big learning. It is not like structured learning or unstructured learning or semi-structured, whatever we were discussed, right? No, this is deep learning, very deep learning. So we can say neural networks. So I was keep telling neural network, neural network. What is neural networks? Means brain has a neuron, right? So it's built of neuron. So similar to that, we are giving a neural network. Neural networks is a weightage based analysis. For every object, I give some weightage, right? If the objects are mixed in particular as a input, right? What is the output? So that the output will be executed by the machine. It's a theory, right? We'll go to the example. One example I'll tell you. See, people are smoking, right? So smoking is one particular category of learning. So machine will learn. And pollution in the particular city, that is a different topic altogether. Smoking and pollution is completely different topic. It will have some weightage and everything for that. So then it will say lung cancer. That is a different topic. That is the healthcare, right? It will learn lung cancer and everything. So there will be a treatment for lung cancer, the treatment procedure. So that will also learn everything. So all these four are interrelated. But how the relations will be built here means, if it will say smoking, moderate, high, low, suppose it gives the differences. And when it comes to pollution, low, high, medium in the particular city. So it will say that high pollution in the city, and the low, this person is smoking low. It will connect both the weightages, and it will say that this person might have moderate lung cancer. So the test needs to be done. That is the output computer will give. If the pollution also high and the smoking pattern also is high, it will say that this person will have 90% chances that this person will have a lung cancer. So it will go into the lung cancer testing. So once the lung cancer testing is successful, if it is yes, it will align it to lung cancer treatment. Like what is a moderate? If the lung cancer is severe, this is the pattern. If it is low, this is the pattern. So these patterns and the weightages and everything will be given to the neural network. That is called a neural network. So these deep learning and people are trying actually. And identified objects in images. From the image, it will identify what object is that. It's not see, it's not a face. Only if the live face computer is seeing. From this video, it should identify. Yes, this is a human. Human is talking in this video. Then machine also will watch TV. Right? It will say that, oh, one person is coming. Yeah, see, one villain is coming. So like that, machine also will learn everything from the objects, the images, and sound words in the sounds. Right? So automatic language transition. Language transition from one language to another language and the text language and all those things will be happening in the automatic language transition also. So coming to medical diagnostics, yes, medical diagnostics also the people are trying with the deep learning and the numerous and other important social and business problems everywhere. The people are trying the deep learning. Okay, dot. So now coming to super index design techniques, right? Okay, SuperIndex is also following whatever we have discussed so far. Plus, we have different techniques like we are adding curiosity learning adaptation via discussion panel. See, we want to introduce a curiosity to the machine. So the machine should not have any learning curve saying that only the object nearby object it should learn. The machine should get a curiosity because in our young age, you think about it, when we had a curiosity, we started learning. We started learning the books and reading the books and everything, right? So curiosity learning is very important. So we are adding that algorithm and converting books reading knowledge into data labels. So it should read a lot of books and it should convert that into data labels. How this is useful? We'll see that in the next slide, like how that is useful in the sector. Psychological independent mapping. It should know psychology. Machine should know psychology. So that independent mapping is very important when we have any mapping, any sector-wise analysis. How that is useful, we'll talk about that. And philosophical independent mapping also we need to give it to the machine. So we have that in the algorithm. Non-data and data prediction analysis. Without a data, without a web data, without a computer data also, a machine should learn items without a data. So data prediction by theory it should learn. See what is a by theory mean? See it should read one novel which has been written 2000 years back. It should understand 2000 years back how the people were lived. Why history is important in science? History is very important. Yesterday's history is going to create a new algorithms or a new output for the tomorrow's action, right? So I mean I'm just saying that it should learn. Say for example, 1500 years back, one doctor he did one particular research on one particular disease, and that one if machine learns that, right, machine will take as a reference and it will say that yes, I know that 1500 years back this data has been used, so that will be used for this particular disease. So that data it is not there in web or internet or computer. So machine should learn that prediction, right? So that learning how it will be happening using a different algorithm. So that's what we are predicting. And data mining, the independent depth. So it should go into the very independent depth. That's what I'm planning. Um, it is not like the usual pattern whatever the data mining is happening. So here I'm talking about independent depth without a record, without a data, that we will talk more about it. And coming to machine learning super index, big data unstructured mapping. It's not structured mapping, structured big data. I'm talking about unstructured big data. It should map very well with using a lot of algorithms. Okay, coming to super index learning pattern alone, right? It's unsupervised learning, self-predicted learning. It should predict and it should self-learn it. Incremental learning. It should have incremental learning. See, incremental learning means, as I mentioned, the new patterns, new analysis, and everything should be entered into the incremental learning. Natural language processing and using semantic, that is very important. It's not natural language processing, just a natural language processing, right? Semantic prediction, like say I talk about a dinosaur, right, in one another language, right, German, right, that my computer should learn German and it should learn dinosaur, and I mean Dinosaurs are not there in the world. It should also understand. Then it should automatically have a curiosity to go into the book line, and it should open that what is dinosaur and how many years back that is got destroyed, and all those things machine should learn. So that is what the idea behind it. So how this is all practical appliances, we'll see it in the next slide. SuperIndex, ILLM semantics. ILLM, the previous videos, all the videos I used to talk, right? That is our language. Indian Linguistic Language Module. That is what the language we have. That one also has a semantics. Like 2000 years back, people used some structured words for meaningful big data. For a big data, there is a small data. That is 2000 years back, the linguistic language is used. That technique we are using it in the LLM. See, even our SuperIndex database, right? That itself is written in that ILLM. So that ILLM, what it is doing means SuperIndex database itself, the world's fastest database server. That's what we say, right? The fastest database server on the planet, right? SuperIndex. So all these things are related, interrelated into this. Okay, these are all the design techniques what we follow from SuperIndex. Okay, so now I'll go to the sector-wise plans and proposals, right, from SuperIndex. Like what is there in our plate now in SuperIndex company, right? So first I'll talk about financial sector. So from now on, I'm going to talk about sectors. So when I talk about sectors, there will be four levels. What is that level mean? There is SuperIndex levels. Say, I mean, company planning level. Say, for example, level one means minimal research only is required. Already the pattern ideas are available. Current world's requirement. Current, please note down. Current world is need that, and less cost. The operation itself is taking very less cost, and current project plan readiness is 100% ready. That is level one. Level two. When I come to the level two, right, I'm going to talk about advanced research. That is not there in the current the advanced research. A lot of research is required. Further research is required. Next generation need, not now. I mean, now the requirement is not there, but next generation need. The cost is high, big cost. And current project plan, no, it's zero. I mean, this is in the idea level patterns are available. So level 3, level 4 is still advanced. It's a long-term vision, right? Okay, we'll talk about that. Say, for example, financial sector. What is ready now? The algorithms and idea and everything. Face and thumb credit mapping. So maybe you might have aware of that. Many people are doing that. See, like I have purse and I'm keeping credit cards, debit cards. So what is face and thumb credit mapping means? There is no cards, there is no digital money is required or plastic money is required. The person, the face and the thumb itself allow him for any transactions and all those things. So that is the current requirements of the world. See, the current requirement of the world is the financial sectors should recognize the credit and should understand the liability and everything by recognizing the face itself. So without giving a lot of documents for my loan, right, to apply a loan, it should identify my face and it should tell that the system should tell that. See, I know what is this person and from where he is coming and what type of loans he had and what is the credit score for this person and all those things come into the face and thumb credit mapping. Okay, the next one is called credit analysis via human benchmark mapping. This is credit analysis, as I said, the FICO score and everything. That is human benchmark mapping. That is the difference. What we are proposing. Psychological way and the philosophical way, social economical way, and lot of things will come into the picture. Then it will predict it. So this is coming into the sector-wise learning. I mean, the person wise. Say, for example, the person's score is the FICO score or the CIBIL score is very low, but that person's credibility is good. The credibility, how you will measure as a data. So that comes into the psychological, philosophical, and say, for example, that person 10 years back he did an accident and he didn't pay money to the opposite person. And that data, if the machine learns it, and this particular sector, this particular groups people is this one. So we don't want to generalize, but somewhat the psychological and philosophical rules the machine should learn and it should predict. That is what the idea we have. So these two things are financial sector, artificial intelligence, machine learning projects. What we are proposing. Okay, next level, that is advanced level, finance intelligence, decision making friend. That is a bot that should be useful for financial institution. financial institutions for every decision of finance, right? It should have see what is our idea is, see, under only 100 years only the data is available in the computer. Before 100 years, if you see books, it's available in books. Before 200 300 years, if you see, right, it's all in the wordings and everything. Our system should learn everything. Books it should learn, through the other system it should learn. After learning all these things, right, it should take a decision. So that decision making friend is very important for the financial institutions. So that's what we are proposing here. So when it comes to economic predictor mapping, it's a country wise analysis. Like country wise, it should understand the past 1,000 years history, and the psychological effort and the philosophical effort, and how the things will be happening, in what will be happen in the future. So many predictions it should go, and it should help with the economic predictor mapping. Long-term vision, further if you go up, so there is a big data financial transaction suggestions and business loan helpers. Financial transaction suggestions. It means like whether it is good, whether the country this organization will take into that, and whether the business loan needs to be provided, whether the bank whether the bank will go into the bankrupt mode, whether the bank is good. So many predictions, so many analysis, so many sectors, so many business terminology, advanced business terminology. It's called this big data finance. These are all the things are achievable by using our psychological, philosophical analysis and the curiosity analysis, and learning the non-data items, like without a data, without a record, by talking to the people, right? By talking, I mean, to getting the data for the last 1,000 years or 2,000 years, the human pattern. That is what I'm talking about. How humans patterns is going in the last 2,000 years in every sector wise. That analysis, that prediction is very important. So when it comes to World Economy Deep Analyzer, it's a self-learning kit. So it should learn self, right? So the world economically, how the deep analysis will be happening, and all those things, these things will be analyzed. Okay, this is all financial sector. Coming to the next one, it's agriculture. Agriculture, what we have idea on the level one is deep output predictor and the nutrition prediction. See, while you put a seed into the land, that seeds nutrition, or the outcome nutrition, that prediction, it should come from many other factors: the soil, and the previous history, and the people's behavior, these things. The machine should learn more these things, and it should predict. So that is what the deep output predictor and nutrition prediction. So that is why we are giving as a level one. When it comes to level two, it's a historic learner. The last 2,000 years, how the soils were there, how the agriculture were farmed, how the countries were using, how the stuff is using, and all those things is using a ILLM, Indian Linguistic Language Module, whichever I'm talking about, using a SuperIndex. So that will be achieved. So when it comes to long-term vision, expert learning and implementation, it should create an engine. So always learn it, and the scalable learning, and the deep learning, and the neural learning, and that learning ability should give it to expert learning and implementation engine. Okay, that is, and yep, this is level three and level four we have. The next one, background analysis. This is very important, right? See, for a background analysis, people are spending a lot of money nowadays. So this is much useful in India. So analysis outside the web data, that is very important. See, while giving a web data, while giving a data, machine is learning, machine is giving that the person is good, the person is bad, this company is good, this company is bad. That is not good. So psychological, philosophical, cultural analysis, the linguistic analysis, state-wise analysis, and all those things come into the picture, and it should mix everything, and curiosity analysis, and it should learn from people's. It should go to the people, and the common mistakes what usually people do. It should verify everything. So all these things are coming into that. So I cannot say everything, right? All the algorithms. I'm just saying that it will be useful, right? So coming to the next one, the detective agent service. That is also the psychological, philosophical, and cultural analysis should be included into the checklist of the detective agent service, and that should the computer itself should do all these things without a human intervention. So, right, it's not only a web and analysis, and it's also doing some analysis by the examining the questions and preparing some checklist, and all those things will be there, and analyzing the others' data. So many things will be there. So this is an immediate requirement in the world. And the next level learning, level 2, level 3, level 4 for background analysis, it's a people values and people function should go into the library, and the 2000 years history and all those things should be going into that, right? Coming to the next one, healthcare. What is the idea about healthcare? From our end, it's a diagnostic mapper, big data finder. See, as I mentioned, right, 500 years back, how the operations happened. Sorry, how the treatment happened. Like, what say, for example, in India, you take an example. There is another word, Siddha. Siddha is one type of methodology, right? Medical methodology. Like how they used it 1,000 years back and 2,000 years back. So whether that can be used this, and what is the hybrid medicines or the treatment we can give. So all these analysis is required for the healthcare. So that should come into this curiosity and the psychology and the philosophy and the data mining and the big data and whatever the things we are talking about. All those things should be mixed, and it should go into that. Okay, coming to the next one, it's a self-learning machine. I mean, that's the next level 2, level 3, level 4. No data analysis from the existing unformatted data. Other books, mappers, other read. So it should read more books and more things and more learning and curiosity. It should identify, and it should give 100 of items to the owner, saying that I want to learn this 100 items. Please help us or take me. If it's a laptop or if it's a machine, it will not go. See, that robotic concept is different. Robotics is automatically robotic will move. I'm talking about the machine is static machines, right? So that learning, I mean, the static laptop which will throw daily morning alarm. It says that no, I want to learn hundreds of items, thousands of items. Please help me. Please take me into that particular person. I'll ask questions to that person. I want to learn that. I want to see one 105 years old person in this particular village. I want to know what is this because I know that I heard that from that particular sequence this is happening. So that is all the machine should go into the curiosity analysis, right? Okay, coming to the next one, retail. Retail is buyer prediction via big data and existing learner. So this is the proposal what we are giving for retail industry. Buyer prediction, like buyer, uh, uh, what is the nature of the buyer and how the things are happening. That is from the big data we need to analyze. It's not in the small data from the existing learner, like what is the patterns we have. We have a lot of options for this particular analysis, the algorithms, and SuperIndex LLM also will help the the Indian linguistic language module, right? Coming to the next one, credit analysis. Credit analysis is the investigating and mapping algorithm, and that is outside of computer. It should learn where data will be collected. That is very important. Learning agent and mapping history and predicting sources. That is at level 2, level 3, level 4. It should create a learning agent and it should analyze the credit and everything. The credit analysis means it's not only about FICO or in India it's civil, right? It's also about other credit analysis, whether the bank is good, whether the school is good, whether the college is good, what type of credit factors they have, what type of financial transactions they have. That predictions and analysis should go into the very deeper level, right? See here, we are not talking about other appliances like robotics and all. That is all. We don't have any plan now. Just saying, we have ideas, right? Okay, okay. That's what. This is the end of the video. I hope this video is useful to you and everyone. Um, see, apart from this, if you have any questions, right, you can just ping us and you can ask us. What do you have these questions related to artificial intelligence? See, the usages are little simple now. No, the usages are current requirement for the artificial, currently required. But the long-term requirements, say for example, personal assistant, and we have a pet robo or robotics and all those things. It's a future in 2040 and 2050 we can have. But now there are many areas are required. The data mining, data analysis, they drive deep into the big data and structured learning, and all those things are very important field. What I believe. And so this particular video is talking about only artificial intelligence and the options, the pattern ideas, whatever we are giving from SuperIndex. We didn't file any pattern for artificial intelligence so far, but when we get a project, we will just apply the pattern, then we will go into the implementation. That is sure. If you are interested, not only for this, I mean, for any other things like the crash platform, mobile development, and web development, and the software development and all those things are super database server in the cloud or whatever the services you require, please contact us. This is our contact number, that is 98456 89152, and our email address is contact us at superindexdb.com. Our website is https://www.superindexdb.com. And any web and software development service you need, if you want to understand, you can go to https://www.as-indexdb.com. Please use contact us and support pages in our website for reaching us, right? Okay, have a good one. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.